Renovating Retirement with Charlie Jewett. Oh no, I think I'm about to have another episode.
Hey everybody, Charlie Jewett here, third part of the Aladdin-inspired micro-series here where I'm dumping 7 episodes, hopefully in one day, maybe over 2 days. We'll see how things go. But let's make some magic! Let's do this. Today's episode is called 156. Well, it's not called 156. It is episode 156, called Just Rub the Lamp. And I'm going to be reiterating how simple this is. First, you have to find the lamp. Then you have to rub the lamp. And then you have to make your wishes. It's really, really quite simple, unless you can't find the lamp, or don't have arms, or can't think. You have to find the lamp, right?
Only one may enter retirement, the diamond in the rough.
You can't enter retirement unless you're the diamond in the rough. What is the diamond in the rough? The diamond in the rough in retirement is the person who actually did the saving. I mean, you guys do the hardest part of this. The retirement planning piece that my team and I do is easy, if you'll let us. Let's say it that way. It's very, very easy if you let us do our job, which is very hard for people. It's really, really hard for people to do something different than their parents did, or go against the grain and do something different than their neighbors are, even if it's exactly what they want. It's just one of the realities of where retirement planning is. But you do the hard part, which is the not spending all your money while you're working, not going to Starbucks 17 times a day, keeping it down to 3 or whatever, and actually setting aside extra money and building up a nest egg. You know, who's the diamond in the rough? Who's worthy to enter retirement, right? Who's worthy? Somebody who's saved enough money or they can have an income that covers their bills. Now, how do you know if you can have an income that covers your bills? We've talked about this over and over and over and over and over again. If you leave your money in the stock market, there is no way at all you can ever know if it's safe to retire, because you don't know what your returns are going to be in the future. Therefore, you don't know what income you can take. Therefore, you don't know how long the money is going to last. Therefore, you can't know if you've saved enough money. If you want to drive yourself crazy and have an incredibly stress and anxiety-filled retirement, try to live off of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds that are going up and down, being charged fees, even in down years, while you're taking money out of them. Does not work. You save up enough money, and you say, can I buy an annuity that has enough income that pays all my bills for the rest of my life, preferably an increasing income situation, and now you've won the game. You've literally won the game. So you have to find the lamp first, which in my analogy is just you have to have saved enough money. Then all you have to do is simply rub the lamp. Really, it's that easy. I mean, all of the advisors I work with across the country, which is now increasing because I'm trying to train hundreds, ultimately thousands of advisors. We're certainly starting with hundreds of advisors that are going through the training. And by the way, get in touch. If you're an advisor or somebody that wants to be in this industry, or you're retired and want to do something really fun, amazing part-time, join the revolution. I mean, come in. We're trying to, spank the bad guys and take these companies that have 12,000 offices and trillions of dollars under management, where they're ripping people off and terrorizing, or they're basically financial terrorists, hurting them for a living. We're trying to put them out of business and get them to stop. The only way to do that is to tell the truth loud enough and long enough, because they've been telling the lies loud enough and long enough where people believe it. If you'd like to be involved in the revolution in some way, just get in touch. info@l5wealth.com. info at l the letter 5 the number wealth.com. Or you can just look me up online, Charlie Jewett, CharlieJewett, and find me all over the place. Find some way to get in touch. Go to JewettWealth.com, whatever it is. Get in touch if you'd like to join the revolution and help us. But the reason this is so important is it's so easy. When somebody has saved the money, literally all they have to do is snap their fingers. Just snap their fingers and buy the right stuff, and they won the game. Just have an in-case account, income account, and increase account. Anything other than leave all of your money in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and cross your fingers and hope that everything works out. See, hope is not a financial plan. Anything other than that, and you're going to be fine. If you've saved enough money, you have found the lamp, and now it's time to just rub it and get your wishes. Well, how do you rub it? In this analogy, you really meet with one of us, meet with one of my advisors, a team member, a partner across the country, whatever it is, one of my retirement renovators, and just say, here's how much money I've saved. How much should be in in-case accounts, how much should be in income accounts, and how much should be in increase accounts. Easy peasy. Not where do I put it, not what do I buy, not what company do I go with, Not how much interest rate. No. How much money should be in each of these three pieces? How much money should I have in an emergency fund? How much money do I need to allocate towards buying a pension paycheck? What retirement has always been about anyway. The purchase of a paycheck. Remember, you buy a car knowing it's a terrible investment because it makes your life amazing. I did an entire episode on this, why bad investments are the key to an amazing life. When you're purchasing a paycheck, when you're purchasing an annuity income, when you're buying guaranteed income for life, it has nothing, listen to me, it has nothing to do with whether it's going to end up being a good investment, whether it's going to appreciate. You put in $400,000, whether when you die it's worth $600 or $400 or $200 or worth $0. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with the fact that it makes your life incredible, and this is the entire point of retirement planning in the first place, was to replace your paycheck. So the number one step to designing a retirement plan, you guys have heard me teach this, build it, test it, make it better. Build it, test it, make it better. How do you build it? 3 types of money: in-case account, income account, increase account. The place that you start is, here's how much I've saved, guys. How much of it should be in the 3 types of money? How much should be in the emergency fund? How much do I need to buy my paycheck, which is not an investment? It just makes my life amazing. It's a money tree. And then what is left over, therefore, for me to increase or for me to try to grow to cover inflation, to cover medical expenses, to cover travel, to cover grandkids' gifts, to cover blah, 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 to leave an inheritance. But no. Don't ever do that. Don't ever be in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or growth tools until you have purchased your income tool, or until you're funding your income tool if you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, or whatever, you're still working. So rubbing the lamp is just very simply, just as easy as if you're holding a lamp in your hand and you're like, rub, and the genie comes out, hey, everybody, right? What do you want? It's just that easy. You just work with us, decide how much money goes here, how much goes there, how much goes there. Here's what we need to do. And you've either saved enough money or you haven't. Could there be anything more faithful than the retirement plan that never fails, that tells you whether you can stop working or not? A joker broker could never tell you whether you should stop working or keep working. They can't. It's not possible, because hope is not a financial plan. You can't count on anything. Only with a plan built with the proper tools actually designed for people in retirement or who are headed towards retirement, not designed ignorantly for just people that are like, growth is the answer to everything. Oh, the only thing that matters is growth and upside potential. Blah. No, that's not true. Retirement is about long life, short life, rough life, sick life, and into the next life. It has nothing to do with upside potential and gambling to make money. That's unique to the accumulation phase of life. And frankly, the tool that worked last decade or last century is not working that well this century at all. So rubbing the lamp is just taking the very simple, easy, you've already won the game, you've got the money, let's decide how much goes in each of the pieces. Now, step 3, because there's find the lamp, rub the lamp, and then make your wishes. Make your wishes. Just decide what you want your life to be like. So think about this. Once you say, here's how much money should be in my emergency fund. Here's how much money should be in my income account to purchase a paycheck. Here's how much money's left over. All right, so let's say, like in my book, Renovating Retirement, which, by the way, you can get for free on my website, jewett.wealth.com, Jewett, wealth.com. Go to resources or whatever it is, and you can download the book for free, Renovating Retirement. In that book, I use an example of a person with $1 million where I think they set aside $100,000 for an emergency fund. Why? I don't know. What if somebody picks up your car and throws it through your roof? Those are the 2 most costly non-medical emergencies I can think of. Replacing a car and replacing the roof on your home at the same time. Whatever. Maybe costs $100,000 or less. Whatever. So you have $100,000 sitting somewhere, liquid, no penalties. You don't use the bank. You use a life insurance contract with return of premium so that you have an actual possibility of making money, pretty good averages, nice guarantees. No penalties if you leave. Booyah. I love it. Awesome sauce. You do that. You got $100,000 there. In the book, I just used an example of an income where somebody would need to buy an annuity or buy a pension for $450,000. Well, great. You have $1 million. You've saved up way more than you need. Congratulations. You've won the game twice. Good job. You worked too long. So you have your paycheck. You buy it. So $100,000 for your in-case account, $450,000 for your income, your pension paycheck, your money tree. Now you have $550,000 you've spent. What's left? $450,000 is left for increase or growth. Awesome. Time to make it grow, right? Well, what are your wishes? What do you want out of life? And I like to use the 5 lives of retirement to ask people what they want. Long life, short life, rough life, sick life, and the next life. Just ask very simple questions. If you guys both live till you're 120 years old, do you want your income to possibly run out, or do you want it to be guaranteed? Oh, Charlie, I want it to be guaranteed. Awesome. Would you like that income to be increasing or staying the same so that 20, 30 years from now, you have half the buying power as when you retired? In other words, would you like your income to keep up with inflation so you can live the same lifestyle, or do you want an ever-decreasing, worsening lifestyle where every year you can't afford to live like you did last year because things cost more? And what do you think most people say? Exactly. Most people say, I'd like to have an increasing income and keep up with inflation. Awesome. Do you want to be paying taxes on that income, or would you like to keep it all? No brainer. What do you think people say? I don't want to pay taxes. That's why tax-free retirement planning and the 2 episodes with David McKnight on the power of zero and everything I've recorded on the Rich Man's Roth IRA and how to have a tax-free retirement and everything with Jim Carroll. That's why I've been beating this drum for 14 years, and I got into it late in the game. E.F. Hutton started this in the late 70s and early 80s. Taxes will probably go up. Tax-free retirement planning is pretty darn important. Taxes are on sale for the next 6 or 7 years. We want to get rid of as many taxes as possible with Roth conversions and things like that, possibly. And let me just put in here for the compliance guys, because I know you're choking on your fettuccine. I'm not a CPA. I just work with CPAs. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. We will work with your CPA. We'll work with your tax professional, or bring our own tax professional in and see whether or not you should be doing Roth conversions, paying taxes now and getting it over with, or paying them later. Every now and again, we bump into somebody that should pay them later, but it's not very common. Making your wishes is just picking what you want to happen in long life, short life, rough life, sick life, and the next life. What about sick life? What if you get sick, you don't drop dead, and you have to go to a nursing home for 2 years and it costs $8,000 a month? Do you want to pay for that out of your own accounts, or would you like some other company to pay for it for you? No surprise. Everybody answers the same way. The banks won't do that for you. Your Joker broker or Vanguard or any mutual fund company or the stock market, they're not going to do it for you. The only option the banks and the market offer is you pay out of your pocket, and when you run out of money, you can't afford medical care and you're out of money, so you have no more income. They have nothing to offer except for pie in the sky, hopeful returns. Hope is not a financial plan. If you use insurance company products, the insurance companies will say, thank you for going with us. Thank you for doing your income plan with us. Thank you for doing your increase plan with us. Thank you for doing your short life plan with us and making sure there's money for loved ones if you die so they'll have income. Thank you. And as a thank you, if you go into a nursing home, we will help pay for your long-term care, and we can teach you all about that. But long-term care does not need to cost you an extra penny if you structure your in-case account, income account, and increase accounts the right way. So short episode, just like all these Aladdin episodes, inspired by Aladdin and the big, blue, pointy-eared Will Smith. Love him. He's from Philadelphia. Go, go, go. That's where I'm from. Love him. So this just rub the lamp. You got to find it first, which means save enough money. Then you got to rub it, which means, build your plan. And then you have to make your wishes, decide the way you want things to be, and just tweak the plan a little bit. I said, build it, test it, make it better. Build it. In case, income, increase. Test it. Long life, short life, rough life, sick life, next life. Make it better. Merit planning. Mortgage plan, estate plan, retirement plan, insurance plan, and tax plan. All 5 of those are icing on the cake. We're not going to talk about them on this episode. Those are advanced strategies that nobody has to do. You don't have to pay less taxes. You don't have to make an arbitrage on your mortgage and keep your equity safe by keeping it out of your home. You don't have to do estate planning. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's just icing on the cake, baby. Let's make some magic. You people are the best.
Renovating retirement with Charlie Jewett.
But that's all, folks.